Yeah, today our topic is Salesforce demo. Okay, I will give you what Salesforce is and how it works and what is the current demand and everything I will be explaining you in this demo. Okay, yeah. Let us first discuss what is the Salesforce. Salesforce is a CRM tool. Okay, one of the leading CRM tool in the market. Okay, it has about total number of 1,50,000 plus customers. So that these many customers are using it. Okay, and we will be having 2.7 times faster growth than other technologies. Okay, that is why it is very good to learn this Salesforce. And it also, according to recent survey, it used to give, for example, 500k new jobs in 2023. It is according to one survey. Okay, by this you can understand how the demand is for the Salesforce. Okay, and coming to share of the CRM means there will be so many companies which will be providing CRMs in the market. Coming to Salesforce, it has 22.9% share in the market, which means that it is a leading platform, and top three competitors combinedly has only 17% of the market share. Means you can understand, right, for at least 10 years Salesforce will be the one of the top most CRM in the industry. Okay, and also I will give you one more practical example. Yeah, for example, mobile market. If we consider, Samsung and Apple has 21% and 16% respectively share in the mobile market in the world. Okay, Samsung is leading from the so many days and Apple is leading from so many years. Okay, now these having 21% and 16% only. They are leading. Now Salesforce has 22.9%. Then you can imagine, right, how it is and all. It has so much of demand. In the nearby future also, it will be providing so many jobs and faster growth rate so that it will increase. So that up to 10 years there will be no issue with the Salesforce. And it is one more thing is it is a free tool. Okay, there is no need of any credit card data and all required, so that we can create the logins very easily, and I will show you how to create logins and all everything. Okay, and we can practice easily. This is about Salesforce, and it is having very low coding. Okay, mainly because of this it is very easy to learn. It has coding but very low. Okay, yeah. uh, Coming to myself, uh, I have overall 5+ years of experience as a Salesforce developer and a trainer. Okay, in these 5 years, I have switched 4 to 5 companies, so that I am having lots of practical interview questions. So that I will be giving you so many interview questions with practical scenarios. Means in the recent 1 year also how the technology is changing and how it is happening. Everything I will be giving you in brief idea. Okay, and one more thing is that I will be conducting mock interviews also. Okay, after completing this course I will be conducting mock interviews, and so that it will be useful to you. And one more thing is uh, I used to conduct so many interviews also in these 5 years of span for the corporate sector. I conducted so many interviews so that I know what the practical interviews, how it will be happening and everything. Okay, and one more thing is that while having these sessions I will be giving you daily hands-on practice, so that with the hands-on only you will be practicing very uh, in a legible manner. You will be practicing, and you will be getting those topics frequently, and you will be remembering for so many days. So that I will be giving you daily hands-on. Okay, and everything I used to live code. Okay, without this live coding, you cannot get it. Why? Because I'm using live coding is because you will be getting practical errors. Okay, if I copy paste the code and paste it and execute it, then also it will be good, but you won't be getting right what the practical errors, how you have to resolve. You when you are coding, you will be getting so many errors. That errors also I will show you by coding. Yeah, and at the end of this, I will be giving you practical project. Okay, so that if you give as real-time experience also, you will be getting this good idea on these practical projects, and you will be proceeding further. Okay, if you give normal projects means interviewer will understand what means you have did somewhere. This is not a practical business scenario. In that way, he may ask, but I will give you practical business projects so that you can tell them in the interviews, and it will be good added advantage for you. Okay, and now let us go to Salesforce demo. Yeah, here basically what is the cloud means cloud computing is a delivery of services, means servers, storage, database, everything through internet. Okay, for example, if we consider practical phone, we have gallery where the photos are stored in physical storage only. It will be stored, means for example, we will be having Google Photos, means Google Photos, everything will be stored in the cloud. Okay, gallery means within the phone, and Google Photos means within the cloud. Okay, this is about cloud platform, means we don't want to maintain any of these networking, software, analytics, and everything, databases, storage, everything will be maintained by the cloud itself, so that it is very simple. And what are the advantages of it? Because it is having very low cost. Okay, means these, for example, if we take Salesforce, it will be having so many customers, right? So that whenever we use this cloud, if because of so many customers, it can give at very low cost to us, so that the revenue will be more, right? If we want to maintain our own storage, our own database, our own servers, means we have to do the security one and everything. It is very difficult for us, because for one organization we have to maintain all, means it will be very higher cost. So that if we use the cloud, it will provide us for a very low cost. Due to this, there will be higher profit margins also. Okay, and one more advantage, lower risks. Okay, for example, if we have our own security and everything, means there will be chances of hacking, right? But if you use this cloud, the risks will be very low. Okay, and one more risk is if any natural calamity came, means everything we will be storing in, for example, Hyderabad. If any natural calamity claim and everything is destroyed, our whole data will be gone, right? But this is not the case in the cloud. They will be having different data centers in different parts of the world. Okay, so that if any natural disaster or calamity came and one data center is completely destroyed, there will be no problem. We will be getting from other data centers. For example, India is destroyed. We can get the data from UK, US, uh, and some other parts of the world also. From those data centers, we will be getting the data. Okay, and he, it is highly secure. Okay, because of big companies are handling the right, they will be having different uh, firewalls for handling this malware and uh, hackers. They will be having different firewalls, and due to this, high security will be there. And mainly the advantage is simplicity, because we are not maintaining any of the physical resources, so that our infrastructure will be very simple, so that that office space can be used for other purposes. We can save that office space also. Okay, these are the various advantages of this cloud. Okay, now what are the different cloud computing deployment models? Yeah, there are four cloud computing deployment models: public cloud model, private cloud model, community cloud model, and hybrid cloud model. These are the four cloud computing deployment models. Let us see what is this public cloud model. Okay, public cloud model means these are the general resources which are used by general public. In the sense, I can use, you can use, our friends can use, everybody can use. For example, if we take Amazon EC2, this is available to general public, means everybody can use. Okay, and this is about public cloud. Now next one is private cloud, which means that private cloud is, this can be used by users within particular organization. Okay, for example, if we are working in TCS, okay, only employees of TCS only will be using this cloud model because they are only will be having access. Okay, this is about private cloud model. Next one is community cloud model. Okay, community cloud model is almost same as private cloud. Okay, but here group of organizations will be using this cloud. Okay, here in private only one organization will be using, so that only members of that organization, employees of that organization will be using. But in community cloud, members of group of organizations will be using this cloud model. For example, if we have a big four companies in the sense that Deloitte, KPMG, these are all comes under United Health Group, right? So that for the mutual purpose, they will be using this cloud model. Means group of organization members will be using this. Okay, and the next one is hybrid cloud. Okay, we discussed public and private. Now about this hybrid cloud, it is a combination of public and private cloud. Okay, okay, it is a combination of public and private cloud. Now, what, when we can use public cloud and when we can use private cloud? Okay, yeah, we can use the public cloud for social media applications. Okay, why? Because these are non-critical, so that we will be using for social media applications like Facebook, Twitter, and all. And okay, public cloud is used. Then when we will use this hybrid private cloud in the hybrid cloud. Okay, private cloud is used for critical servers such as SBI, banking servers will be there, right? SBI banking and ICICI bank, these are all very critical. We cannot take it as non-critical. For those critical servers, we are using this private cloud. Okay, finally, for the non-critical servers such as social media applications like Facebook and Twitter, we will be using public cloud model, and for critical applications such as banking and all, we will be using this private cloud model. This is about hybrid cloud. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can dial me so that I will be helping you. Okay, in this way, I used to ask doubts in for every slide. Okay, so that users will be, if there are any doubts, they will be asking it, and we will be clarifying those doubts. Because in this way, I used to teach so that the interaction will be good, so that you will be getting what I told. Okay, I will be explaining you if you have any doubts any times also, no problem. Next one is cloud computing models. What are the different cloud computing models we have? Okay, we have four different types of cloud computing models, which is on-premises, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. These are the four different types of cloud computing models. Okay, coming to first one is on-premises. On-premises means here it does not belongs to cloud computing model actually, because everything will be maintained by the user only. Means whoever is using, they only maintaining. Cloud will not maintain anyone. Here these yellow colored ones are maintained by cloud. These dark blue colored ones are maintained by users. Okay, here uh, it is nothing but our physical phone, because everything, networking, storage, virtualization, everything we have to maintain. It is not used. Coming to next one is infrastructure as service. In this infrastructure as service, cloud will give storage, networking, servers, virtualization, everything. And we have to develop our applications in runtime environment by installing OS, whichever required OS we will be installing that OS and we will be developing our applications. For example, this is the virtual machine. Okay, means for example, I am explaining from my laptop only. Virtual machine in the sense everything will be same as the physical laptop, but everything will be stored in the data center. Okay, and they will be providing virtual machine. It will be same like this our physical PC, which I showed you, but everything will be provided via internet. This is about infrastructure as a service. Okay, next one is platform as a service. Okay, now Salesforce acts as Salesforce.com will be acting as platform as a service, which means that it will cloud will provide these networking, storage, servers, virtualization, OS, middleware, everything. It will provide a runtime application to us. Okay, by providing this runtime application, we have to develop in this. So that if we develop in this runtime application, we will be producing apps. Okay, and it will be used. Means they will provide an environment to develop everything, and in that environment we will be using. Okay. Now let me show you practically what is this software as service. I will show you how to logging into Salesforce also. Everything I will be showing you clearly. Okay. Here coming to platform as a service, which means that it will provide a runtime application. What is this runtime application? We will be having developer console. Here we can code everything. Okay. Here we will be creating classes, new classes, apex triggers and all. These are the apex triggers we have. These are the test classes we have. Triggers, test classes and everything. In this way, we practically code everything. In the anonymous window also, we will be coding everything. By coding, we will be developing applications. That is nothing but platform as a service. Okay, it will provide a runtime environment, and that in this we can develop our application. Now coming to software as a service. Here everything will be provided by cloud itself. For example, this development and everything will be provided by cloud. Okay. Here we will be having apps in Salesforce. Okay, let me open one of the app called Sales. I will be explaining you clearly in the session how I open these apps and what are these apps and all, what are these different objects we'll be having. Everything I will be explaining you from the basic level in the session. Okay. Here, for example, this app is there. This is already built by Salesforce and it is practically used by the users. This is nothing but Salesforce acting as software as a service. For example, I will give you real-time examples also. For example, if we consider Swiggy and Zomato, these are all real-time applications. It will be used directly by the users, no development and all. Means it will be directly used in the production server. Everything will be maintained by the cloud. This is known as software as service. In Salesforce, force.com means development part will be acting as platform as service. Once it is developed and moved into production, it will be acting as software as service. Yeah. This is about cloud computing models. If you have any doubts, you can dial me and you can ask. Okay. Next one is virtualization. Yeah, what is this virtualization means? Virtualization allows to share single physical instance of a resource or application among multiple customers. Okay, which means that the physical infrastructure is same and they will be providing virtual machines to us. For example, if we are working in TCS, there are clients for TCS, right? There will be one US client for TCS. We will be having 100 employees, 100 TCS employees for those client. TCS will be providing one laptop to us, right? If the client want to provide another laptop to 100 users, means won't be good. It will be very costly. So that what it will do, it is not a security for security purpose also, it is not good. So that what the client will do, as it is a US client, the whole physical infrastructure will be there in the US only. They will provide virtual machines, 100 virtual machines to 100 employees. Okay, so that our colleagues, 100 members will be having different virtual machines and we'll be working on it. Here, those all virtual machines are physically integrated and virtually separated, which means that these apps, libraries, everything will be different. We will be having our own data. Our colleague will be having his own data, and colleague 3 will be having his own data. In this way, the physical infrastructure is same and virtual machines are different. Okay, what are the uses of it? It will slash our IT expenses so that because of no physical infrastructure, our IT expenses are very low. Okay, and it will reduce downtime and enhance disaster recovery also because no physical infrastructure is located here, right? So that if any disaster situations also, in case there won't be any problem and it will increase efficiency and productivity because of the centralized infrastructure. The maintenance will be very good so that the efficiency is also good, and it is more eco-friendly because of this not having physical machines. It is more eco-friendly. This is about virtualization. Okay, now next concept is Salesforce CRM. What does this CRM means mainly? CRM nothing but customer relationship management. Okay, it is managing all our company's relationships with the customers and it makes faster and easier to close businesses. Okay, for example, uh, what does this CRM do? For example, if we bought an iPhone, okay, we have to provide this service, right? Service must be provided, but because users will be having so many doubts in the sense whenever which application he want to use, everything he will be reaching out to the customer support. For this we use CRM. We use CRM for this. Whenever a user raises a issue through the CRM only, the support team will be getting those issues and they will be resolving those issues. Okay, and this is about customer service. Okay, in this, for example, another issue called battery issue. For suppose battery is cracked, okay, then he will be reaching out to us through the CRM portal. He will be reaching to customer service executive. He will be helping in this and we will be resolved. These are all, everything will be done by Salesforce CRM. This is coming to service part. We will be having sales part also. For example, one user is willing to buy but he want to negotiate the prices. Okay, everything we will be done by sales. This comes under sales CRM, sales cloud CRM and service cloud CRM. I will be giving you in-depth knowledge in the upcoming sessions. Okay, these CRMs will store tons of information, means not just mails and phone numbers. You can track when a customer visits website and which mails they open. Everything will be controlled by the CRM itself. For example, if we take HDFC loan, we are just browsing in the internet about HDFC loan and interest rates. Then automatically from the customer support executive, we are getting the call. How we are getting the call? By because of the CRM only. Whenever we search in Chrome, a ticket will be raised. So that support executive will be getting those ticket details and he will be explaining to us about the interest rate and all by calling. This is all done by CRM only. That is why CRM is one of the demanding tool in this Salesforce technology is the top one. Okay. It will also helps us to focus on organization relationships and how to build potential customers and how to service users and how to do winning businesses and everything will be maintained by the CRM. Okay. Now, one of the important concept is multi-tenant architecture. Salesforce follows this multi-tenant architecture. I will give you one practical example. What does it means? For example, if we are living in an apartment, we will be having shared resources, right? Like power, water, building maintenance, and etc. These are all shared resources, which means that everyone in the apartment will be having same power, same water, same building maintenance. In the same way, Salesforce also similarly works like multi-tenant architecture. Okay, it is integrated physically. Okay, like these shared resources like power, water, and building maintenance. And one more thing is that we will be having dedicated space also. We will be having our own TV, our own sofa set, our own kitchen. In the same way, it will be logically separated. Here in the Salesforce means the physical databases servers are integrated physically and logically separated. I will be having my own data. My friend will be having his own data. I will be having my own objects and here if I see the data, for example, these accounts and all, this data is belongs to me only. My friend unable to see. Okay, but every these data will be stored in physical single database. In this way, the multi-tenant architecture means it is integrated physically but logically separated. My friend will be having his own objects, his own data, everything. This is about multi-tenant architecture. Okay, and now what is the use of it? Okay, it improves scalability. For suppose if I have more development work and I want to purchase more storage, then what I can do? Physically, I can relate it to apartments. Okay, if I have more family members, what I will do? I will purchase more flats, right? In the same way, I will purchase more licenses and I will be giving them more storage. Okay, so that my data, for example, if I want to store 200 records, okay, for now it is having only 100 records. By purchasing extra storage, I will be storing those 100 extra records also. Total count will be 200. Okay, in that way I can increase the scalability. Okay, after that, after some time I don't want to use the data anymore and I want to save money. In that, what I can do? I can revoke my license. Okay, so that I- my money won't be deducted. In that way we can decrease scalability. Okay, whenever it is required we can use the resources and whenever it is not required we can wrap up. In this way it will improve efficiency of resources used. Okay, how we can increase efficiency? Now I have this database usage, so that for 6 months I will be using. For the next 6 months I won't be having usage, right? So that my friend can use, so that it will increase efficiency of resources. Okay, and introduction of updates is also very good by using this multi-tenant architecture only. Why? Because of this physically integrated structure, whenever Salesforce release an update for all the users, the update will be released at a time. If it is not like this means for individual user, he want to send the updates and he want to do it physically. It is not a good practice, right? Then nobody will use Salesforce. Because of this multi-tenant architecture only, it can release updates to the users at a time. We will be having app updates, right? Swiggy, Zomato, app updates. In the same way, Salesforce also release the updates. Okay, by all these features, we can save costs. Cost will be saved. This is about multi-tenant architecture. Okay, now you can ask if you have any doubts. Means you can dial me. Okay, and here next important concept is metadata architecture. Salesforce follows this metadata architecture, which means that it will be having shared database. Okay, I will give you one practical example. For example, I am having one account. Okay, in that account, I will be storing my first name, last name, shipping address, billing address, everything I will be storing in it. Okay, and I will be having PAN card data, Aadhaar card data. Now I joined TCS. Okay, I want to give all this data to TCS. Now what I can do? If I want to enter all these details again means it is not a good practice. Then nobody will be using Salesforce. So that every data will be stored in the form of API in the database. So that if I want to give those data to TCS, directly I can give the API name. So that every data will be retrieved automatically. There is no need of giving data again and again. This is about metadata architecture. I will show you practically. For example, if we consider this contact, okay, there is one contact called TCS. Okay, in this TCS, the name of the person is Ram. Okay, here what it is showing here directly I can give by giving edit mark. I will be giving Ram and I will be saving it. Okay, whenever I click Ram, it is showing all the data, phone number, website, owner, everything. In this way, there is no need of giving the person's data again. Okay, it will be retrieved automatically by using this API. Okay, if we click on it, I will be redirect to accounts. Here I will be seeing everything. In the context only, it is not needed again to fill all the data. This is the importance of multi-tenant architecture. Okay, and this is about Salesforce overview, how it works and all. Now let us discuss the topics which we'll be discussing. Okay, coming to developer part, we will be discussing these topics. I will be covering Apex basics. Okay, in these Apex basics, I will start from the beginning. What is Apex? When to use these Apex? And the features supported by Apex? And what are the different environments? And what are the tools for writing code? And how these Apex variables and literals work? Everything I will be explaining you. And coming to data types, I will explain what are Apex data types, what are S objects, and what are enums, what are the collections like list, sets, maps, operators. These are all will be covering in data types and operators. Now coming to logic control and looping statements. What are the different looping statements we have? If, for each, and looping assignment questions. What are the questions we will be having? Everything we will be covering in this logic control and looping statements. Next one is SOQL. What are the SOQL basics? What is SOQL variable binding? What is SOQL return type? What are SOQL functions? SOQL keywords and child to parent and parent to child relationships in SOQL we will be covering. And last topic is dynamic SOQL. These are all will be covering in SOQL. And next topic is SOSL. What is SOSL? And what are the different wildcards? And what are the return specific fields in SOSL? and what are the differences between SOQL and SOSL. We will be covering in SOSL. Okay, and next one is Apex DML statements and database methods. What are the DML basics and what are the DML SOQL best practices? What are database classes and what is count query? What is lead conversion? Everything will be covered in Apex DML statements and database methods. Now, exception handling. What are the system defined exceptions? What are the custom exceptions? How we can create the system if we don't have system defined exceptions? How can we create custom exceptions based on the scenario? We'll be covering in exception handling. Next one is Apex triggers. What are the basics of triggers? What are the different types of triggers? What is order of execution for triggers? What are the different context variables and best practices for triggers? For suppose in Salesforce, every concept will be having best practices. I will be explaining you all best practices. Okay, we'll be covering in this Apex triggers. Next is Apex testing. What are the system defined methods? What are the unit tests? What is the test data? We'll be covering in Apex testing. Next one is governor limits. For every concept in Salesforce, they will be having governor limits. Okay, I will be giving you clear idea on what are the governor limit types, what is batch apex, what is schedule batch, what is uh, namespaces in this batch apex. Everything we will be covering. Here in the Lightning Web Components, I will be giving you clear-cut idea. What is this Lightning Web Components? What are the different decorators we have? What are the different child to parent and parent to child relationships? What is LMS? And what is Lightning record form, record view form, edit form? Everything I will be giving you clear idea in this Lightning Web Components. Now, next one is admin part. Okay. In this admin part, we will be first discussing what is cloud computing. Okay, what are the deployment models? Okay, in this cloud computing, and next CRM basics I will cover. Next, what is force.com? I will give you practically what are the production environments, development environments, testing environments, and coming to data modeling. What are the database and objects in Salesforce? What are apps and tabs in Salesforce? What are the relationships we have? What are validation rules? What is a roll-up summary? How many types of fields are there in Salesforce? What is meant by master detail relationship? What is meant by lookup? And what is cross object formula field? All will be covering in this data modeling. And UI customization. Next one is what are record types we have, search layouts, and what are mini page layouts, compact layouts, and everything will be covering in the UI customization. Next one is data management. If you want to export and import data into Salesforce, what are the practical ways we use? What is data import? What is data export? What is record ID? We will be discussing what is data loader and import wizard. These are the tools we can use for exporting and importing. We will be covering all this in data management. Now coming to data security. Okay, what is the level of data access? What is profile level access? What is field level access? What is the record level access? How can we restrict login access? And what is organization wide default? What is role hierarchy? Everything we will be discussing in data security. Next one is queues. What are the queues in Salesforce? Next one is process automation. There are different process automation, workflow, process builder, flows, everything I will be explaining you in detail. And what are reports and dashboards? And what is the sales cloud and service application? In the sales cloud means mainly it will contain leads, what are the accounts in Salesforce, campaign management, contacts in Salesforce, lead assignment rules, lead conversion, and opportunities in Salesforce. These are all comes under Sales Cloud. I will be explaining you in detail. Next one is service application. What is meant by this service? I have given you Apple example, right, for the sales and service. In this way, what is the web to case? Coming to technical part, email to case, escalation rules, and Salesforce solution management. I will be giving you clear idea. And Salesforce follows this MVC architecture. I will be giving you this clear cut idea on MVC architecture and what are the different extensions we have. We have workbench for the Salesforce. I will give you that extension, and we will be discussing in detail in practical sessions. Okay, this is about uh, today's demo, and new batch is going to start within 2 to 3 days, and let's join together and subscribe this channel, and you can dial admin for the enrollment. Okay, you can dial admin for the enrollment, and you can contact admin for any doubts.